Breaking news, 12 people were killed and 3 others were injured on Wednesday when a pickup truck had a head-on collision with a van carrying 14 senior members of a Texas Hill County church.
That and much more coming up on Eagle Eye News at 7. Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News. I'm Allie Klebus.
And I'm Joey Price.
The School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences will hold the 1027 Weaver Lecture Series on Thursday, March 30th at 4 p.m. in the Forestry and Wildlife Sciences Building. To start the night, Orlando Rojas, the professor of bio-based colloids and material at Aalto University in Finland, will give a lecture titled Nanocellulose and Multi-Phase Systems. He will discuss the Finnish vision of the future for bioeconomy and the importance of forests as a resource for lignocellulose. Several other professors will be speaking at the event. A reception will be held prior to the lecture at 3:30 p.m.
Visit the LBAR 3910 class on the concourse from 10 to noon on Thursday, March 30th to experience water tasting. The table will provide a station where you can have your drinking water tested to determine the quality. You can also participate in a water tasting to test if you can tell the difference between tap, bottled, and filtered water.
A new Starbucks and a tea store will soon be coming to Auburn. Eagle Eye reporter Keith Gamble has the story.
Auburn's first standalone Starbucks is set to open up to the public in just a couple of weeks. The coffee shop, which will share a building with two 2,000 square foot spaces with an AT&T store, will be located on South College Street in front of the new Marriott TownePlace Suites, as well as right next to a 1.25 acre lot which is still vacant. The Starbucks will be the fourth in Auburn with 2 stores located on campus, as well as a store located in the Kroger on Dean Road. The AT&T store, however, will be only the second in Auburn, with the other store being located on Opelika Road. The Starbucks will also be the first in Auburn to feature a drive-thru, which should greatly benefit students and citizens on the go. Here at Eagle Eye TV Channel 6, I'm Keith Campbell.
Both stores will be located on South College Street.
Selected on March 20th to lead Auburn beginning this summer, the future president discusses his vision for Auburn University.
But students come first. That's really why we're here, is to prepare students to live a life. It's not just about their education in the classroom, that I'm the kind of president that wants them to understand much of what they learn when they're at Auburn will be outside the classroom. Team building skills, time management skills, citizenry, and social responsibility. So I'm going to care about that. I'm going to do everything in my power to make the value of an Auburn degree for them tremendously high.
The Auburn University Board of Trustees unanimously voted to make Stephen Leith the university's 19th president.
The School of Architecture and Landscape will celebrate the anniversary of the interior program with guest lecturer Louis Winthal and Bobby McAlpine. This event will be held on Friday, March 31st in Dudley B6 Auditorium. Both lectures are free and open to the public. The APLA lecture series is supported by practicing architects, planners, and landscapers in Alabama. Coming up, you'll hear from Kaylee Bishop with your Thursday Sports Update.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
Auburn Guides is your guide to Auburn University. You can access schedules, create your own to-do lists, interact with friends, and always get the most up-to-date information. The Auburn Guides app gives access to information on the go so you never miss out. Auburn Guides is available for free on the Play Store and Apple App Store.
Hey guys, I'm Kaylee Bishop, and this is your Wednesday Sports Update. The number 6 Auburn softball team competed the past few days down in Gainesville, Florida against the number 1 Florida Gators. Florida won the first game 4-3, won the second game 7-0, and then Auburn won the third game 1-0. This win was Auburn head coach Clint Myers' 1,500th win. Following the third game, Haley Fagan appeared to put her hand down as a sign of not wanting to shake hands with the Florida coach. The next Florida coach in line, Tim Walton, responded by bumping Fagan's shoulder. Fagan then responded by pushing back, and eventually there was an outbreak on the field. Afterwards, Walton said, quote, "I apologize to Haley. I just wanted to congratulate Auburn on the win." The Lady Tigers will be heading to Athens to face the Georgia Bulldogs this weekend. The 17th ranked Auburn baseball team is off to a hot 21-6 start to their season. This past week, the Tigers went on the road for their first time this season and defeated the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets 7-4. Then traveled to Athens to face the Georgia Bulldogs. Auburn would win 2 out of the 3 games in the series. Last night, the Tigers faced rival University of Alabama in the Capital City Classic. The Tigers won by a score of 4-3. This is the 3rd straight year the Tigers have won the Capital City Classic. Auburn is set to play a series against the 7th-ranked school, Carolina Gamecocks in Auburn. The series kicks off Friday at 6 o'clock. Auburn soccer players Kristen Dodson and Casey Ramsier sat down with Eagle Eye reporter Casey Cooper to talk about last season's record-breaking run, life after Auburn, and the team's goals for the next season. Take a look.
I'm Casey Cooper here with Casey Ramsier and Kristen Dodson. First, could y'all talk to me a little bit about last season? Y'all made it all the way to quarterfinals and got 17 wins. So what was that like for y'all?
I would say it's exciting. I mean, like, we just kind of played every game like it was that game. We didn't really think about how far we were going to go or what was next. We kind of just focused on one step at a time.
It was fun. I mean, it's a good way to go out as a senior, you know, making history, and to have the group of girls that we did just made it that much more fun of an adventure. And I mean, I was happy to be a part of that group, and I'm excited to see what they do in the future.
The track team kicked off their outdoor season opening at the Florida State Relays. Sophomore Kylie Carter broke her own school record in the javelin, and the team took 8 event wins. The women's team took 2nd, and the men's team finished 3rd. The team traveled to Austin, Texas Tuesday and will be competing for the rest of the week. The Auburn men's swimming and diving team competed this past Saturday in the NCAA championships. Through the duration of the meet, the 3 school records were placed in the 1800 freestyle relay, the 400 IM, and the 200 free. As a team, Auburn finished 12th in the overall standings. Up next, we'll head back to the desk with breaking news and after weather from Zeke. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
Thank you. I'm Zeke Walters with your week's weather. As we look across the country right here, it's going to be a little bit rainy and kind of colder than we've had in the past. Auburn's going to be right at about 63 degrees with some probably scattered thunderstorms around the area. Houston's got some nice clear skies and obviously very chilly up north. So it's not a bad trade to at least have some warm weather even when it's raining in the south. So as we look here in our local area, Auburn, Columbus, and Montgomery should all be about the same, right around 62, 63 degrees, and pretty rainy, but I mean, that's part of it. So as we look at the 5-day forecast here, it should be a high of 76 degrees with about, like we said, about a 40-something% chance of rain. So it should be rainy, maybe partly cloudy, and maybe some sunny times throughout the day. And as we go along the week, it should clear up and get a little bit warmer, but expect it to rain on Monday with a high of 74 degrees, so a nice warm rain on Monday as well. And then tomorrow, or today, here on this lovely Friday morning, it should be about 63 degrees with about a 43% chance of rain, so it could rain today. And as we get later on, it should warm up, and the chance of precipitation should drop, so hopefully it won't rain this afternoon. And I'm Zeke Walters, and that's your week's weather forecast.
I hope that you've been able to learn a strong work ethic surrounded by character, integrity, perseverance, so that when your 1 second comes, you'll be prepared for it.
Chris Davis.
45, there goes Davis!
Your 1 second, our 1 second is now. And our lives have been guided by the principles of one of the greatest academic institutions in the country, Auburn University.
An Auburn student was left severely injured after being hit by a pickup truck while she was crossing Magnolia Avenue on Tuesday night. Police say the student, a 27-year-old woman, remains in poor condition at the Midtown Medical Center in Columbus. The driver of the truck, a 20-year-old Auburn student, remained at the scene and cooperated with police. He was not injured.
Police still have made no arrests since Saturday night shooting in Opelika that left Cedric Darrell Lewis, 27, of Opelika, and Darius Terrell Harris, 31, of Lafayette, dead. First responders answered a call at 9:10 p.m. Saturday in the 400 block of Toomer Court in Opelika, where they found the 2 gunshot victims. Lewis was pronounced dead on the scene and Harris died after being rushed to the East Alabama Medical Center. Police are still investigating. Interviews are still being conducted.
One person has been pronounced dead and another critically injured after the Tuesday plane crash in Tallapoosa County. The single-engine Beach Bonanza had one couple on board and was heading from South Alabama and went down southeast on the Dadeville city limits. The Bonanza was on its way to Sparta, Tennessee. Jeanette Carroll Currier, 66, was killed in the crash, and her husband, 67-year-old David Lee Currier, was injured, Abbott said. David Currier was airlifted to a hospital in Columbus.
Mistrust has been bred due to a lack of transparency. While there was a welcome given to the vote and announcement of Stephen Leath becoming Auburn's next president, it still remains an appointment covered in controversy. Leath, current president of Iowa State University, is being hailed as an ideal fit for Auburn because of his background and interest in land-grant universities such as Auburn and in research. The personable and outgoing Leath was approved as Auburn's 19th president after a vote of unanimous approval, without any discussion.
12 people were killed and 3 others were injured on Wednesday when a pickup truck had a head-on collision with a van carrying 14 senior members of a Texas Hill Country church. The crash happened around noon on Wednesday near US 83 outside Garner State Park. It was unclear whether the driver of the pickup truck was among the individuals that died. Photographs and videos on the scene revealed heavy damage. The back of the bus was on a guardrail and authorities discovered debris on the grass below. If you want to learn more about Korean culture, you will now have the chance inside the Haley Center on campus. Auburn has opened Korea Corner, an educational and cultural resource center, Tuesday. Korea Corner was established with support from the Consulate General of the Republic of Korea in Atlanta and the Office of the Vice President for University Outreach. Kim Song-jin, Consul General for South Korea, was at the ribbon cutting for the new center. That's all for Eagle Eye News tonight.
Keep up to date with all Auburn news by following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Eagle Eye TV. I'm Joey Price.
And I'm Allie Klebus. Thanks for watching, and War Eagle.